What's up, guys? Welcome to another Success Stories, real people, real stories. And this is an opportunity for you to connect with another one of our amazing, amazing members who has gone through one of our coaching programs, which is called the Superpower Mastermind, and taken some massive action for herself. You know, I always say the biggest investment that you can make is in your personal development and your healing. So I would like to welcome all the way from California, Jen Clark.
Thank you so much for having me. It's great to be here. Thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's a blessing to reconnect with you. So let's get straight into it. Tell us, who are you and what do you do?
I am a wellness coach, and most recently an author. And I live in California. I'm originally from New York, and I just love life, love to travel, and meet new people.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So tell us, why did you actually reach out to us? Well, what was the? Let me guess, it was a dancing video.
No, it wasn't the dancing video. Couldn't be.
But yeah, why did you join? Like, why did you want to work with us? What was it that inspired you, or why did you want to connect with us and do some work on yourself?
So I had after it was right after the pandemic, I was a wellness coach in a company, and I had been laid off, and I was kind of stuck for a number of months. And scrolling through social media, I saw this guy dancing in the woods, and it was you. And it was the message that you put, like, DM me for more. And I didn't know what more was, but I knew I needed something because I felt stuck. And then we had our first talk. I was struggling with kind of moving forward in life. And even though, being a coach, you think, oh, I don't need a coach. But I just really felt the energy from you, the excitement, I needed that push. And so, and I think I was a little difficult with the group, with you, and not thinking I needed it.
Yeah, Lord, Jen, this is something great because I remember your story, and I remember I was in Vancouver at the time when you joined us, and when you were starting to go through the work, and you kind of felt like, after you started going through some of the modules, I remember us having a conversation about whether or not this was right for you, and whether you were getting the results, or getting the what you were looking for, basically. And I recall, obviously we were here to support you and try and help you as much as we could. But I do recall you going through most of the program and getting towards the end of the program. And that was when you had a light bulb moment or epiphany. So tell us a little bit more about that experience.
So it was just kind of feeling like I knew I needed the community, of a wonderful community. And I suddenly just felt like I needed deeper healing that I just didn't know. And I think it was one of the videos in the weeks of the modules that that we go through. And
Mm-hmm.
I watched it, and it was just suddenly I just like came into myself again. Like I talked about feeling stuck, and it was just this, like you said, it was an aha moment where I like aligned with myself again, maybe. I mean, like I just felt like whoa, like here I am. I mean, this is what I knew where I was, and I'd done a lot of work. And as you said, I felt like, oh, I don't know if I need this. I've done all this work on myself. And I didn't know what I didn't know. I didn't know what I needed. I just said, I thought it was that I didn't need this. I'm okay. I don't need any help. I don't need any help, kind of a thing. And I didn't know what I didn't know. And just seeing this in a different way, it was I really think it was one of the videos. And I realigned, and it was so healing. And it just took me to another level. It took me to another level I didn't know was there. Like I thought I'd reached the ceiling, and there was like a whole nother level. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. No, it's really relatable because I think that there's a lot of people out there that also could probably be in your kind of situation where they're like, you know what, I've done a lot of work on myself already. I don't need to do any more work, or and so we just don't know sometimes, that obviously there's so many parts of the program itself, that can help you in terms of the community and the curriculum and all of our amazing coaches that we have inside. Obviously, having access to the live coaching with me every single week. Like myself, I was inspired in 2018 on Instagram by a quote that said, "I dare you for the next 6 months to dedicate it to your dreams, your goals, fall back, don't say anything, no announcements, just do the work." And something like that, something so small, can spark a different direction in your life. So again, I think the most important part is that you wanted to grow. You knew that there was something there. The intention that you had behind it was like, I want to develop myself further. I want to become more confident. I want to become better. And so you surrounded yourself with people who were trying to become better. And like I always say, you become who you surround yourself with, so definitely a good thing. But tell us, like, like you said, you were stuck, but like, what are some of the things that you did achieve and heal by doing the work?
One of the things that, there's wonderful accountability in the group. And I published a book. I had finished writing it like a previous year, but I just wasn't finishing it. And knowing that I was making myself accountable each week to the coaches and the team and the group and the other people in the group just kept me honest. Like it was like, I'm going to work on this and I'm going to work on this. And before I was done with the program, I published the book. And then I realized, looking back, before I had been laid off, I was putting the book aside for this other work that I was doing. And one of the healing things of the group was realizing that I was setting aside things that I really wanted to do in my life, but I was stuck before I was stuck, and I didn't know it. It was just that once the job was gone, then I was just stuck. And so it just really helped me move forward, and then publishing the book, and then, being so excited about that, which is wonderful.
That's awesome. Well, we'll share some more info about the book in a moment, which is amazing because people need to hear your story and everything that you've been through as well. You also were a part of, and you still are because it's a worldwide and it's a lifelong, lifetime membership inside Speak and Transform. Tell us quickly, just briefly, how has that helped you in terms of your communication skills and becoming more confident, sharing your story, or even formulating your story?
Formulating my story, it's amazing. I love the steps, the curriculum, as you mentioned before about the Superpower Masterminds. It's an amazing curriculum in both programs. It gives me the opportunity to practice and in a group with others and get feedback. Where else would you have this with people, like you were saying earlier, like-minded people who are supporting you, people who want to see you succeed. People want to see you in your greatness. And that really is a wonderful experience for me.
Absolutely. That's awesome. Awesome. Thanks for sharing, Jen. So let's talk about your book. We want to know what it's called. We want to know where you can buy it. And we also do want to know where we can contact you and get in touch with you as well, like your social media platforms. Is there a website as well?
The book is called Finding Grace, A Quest for Truth, Love, and Acceptance. It's on Amazon. And it is a memoir self-help. And it's actually the tool that I use in my coaching. So it actually kind of, it goes through segments for the coaching to kind of parallel the transformation for a person that I work with. And I actually have a copy of it. And I'm on social media. I'm on TikTok. I'm on YouTube at Finding Grace, A Quest. So it's kind of after the book, kind of dovetailing on that. And yeah.
Amazing stuff. Congratulations. I'm not a published author. You are, which is absolutely phenomenal. I can only imagine how much of a good vibe and feeling, an accomplished feeling that is, feeling fulfilled that you've actually taken action and put it into a book, which is absolutely phenomenal. But people are probably like, well, what's the book about? So yeah, would love to just hear a quick, like, kind of overview or snippet of what is the book about? Because people are probably wondering, yeah, like who is Jen anyway?
So I was adopted as a child, and Grace is actually, Finding Grace is a double meaning about finding my mother, my biological mother, but also the idea of grace being like love and light. Like, how do you find light and goodness in the darkness? And I went through a lot of different traumatic experiences growing up that I work through and in the course of the book. And it's just about how I got to here today and, offering tools and tips and things about going through hard times in life and how you come out the other side.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely powerful. Now, I'm just wondering if you would also because I mean, I know myself that with following your dreams and your truth, may not be accepted by other people. Have you had any issues with that, with releasing the book, and judgment from family members or friends or anything like that?
Yeah, my adoptive family, some of my legal family, definitely, they it's friction. It's my story, and they don't want to
Mm,
believe it. They,
mm,
and
mm.
I guess it's just kind of like, let's sweep it all under the rug. That's what a lot of people like to do, because I talk about a lot of tough things. But yeah, it was
Mm.
a little, it challenged my self-worth even now. I mean, that's
Yeah.
triggers, right? So but it's just all practice to overcome and continue to grow.
Jen, you are amazing. I love your energy, and I remember meeting you in Laguna Beach, which it's crazy how time flies just so quickly. And we were there for a couple of days, but the work that you've done, the energy that you've put out there into the universe through this book, and just your own action to persevere, and it's always about these stories that really help us to connect with each other.
Mhm.
It's always like we really do judge a book by its cover. We really do make assumptions about people, but then all of a sudden you get to sit with someone and really connect with them, and people get to listen to this kind of a story of your life and go, wow. And that's why obviously reading is very powerful too, and listening to a podcast, because I always talk about this, your vulnerability, your ability to be open and authentic, really is what connects us, to be able to appreciate each other. And like everybody has a story. So, you're an inspiration, and thank you so much for having the courage to persevere and not quit on yourself, because there's a lot of people that need your help, and a lot of people that I know would definitely love to read your book and, and to work with you as well. This is the beautiful, I guess, evolution of like humanity now, of like technology and being able to connect with the world and use social media, and that's what we're doing now. So, very exciting times ahead, and thank you so much for coming on. But tell us, as we finish up, what is next for you? What are you doing? Are you coaching people? What's your future vision for yourself?
Yeah, I am coaching people. I do some organized travel tours around the world. I am working on the next book called Healing Grace. So the first book, as I mentioned, memoir, self-help, kind of, helping people come into their stories as you're sharing, being authentic, not feeling shame. And then Healing Grace will dig a little bit more into kind of a little more toolbox, like, a little more like triggers and giving people more practical and less of my own story. But I kind of laid it out in the first one. But yeah, and loving the coaching. I love helping people in their wellness and in all areas of life. So just keep healing the world, right?
Hmm. You're a natural, Jen.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'm just vibing with you, and you're just like, yeah, I've done this before. I do podcast interviews all the time.
It's the
But
energy. It's
yeah,
exactly. No, it's a
it's
lot of
good.
fun. I am so blessed to have met you and your energy and to have scrolled past the guy dancing in the woods and wherever, every place you're dancing now. And I think it's great. You're amazing and changed my life. You really did. You helped change my life when I didn't think I needed it to be changed.
Hmm.
So
That's awesome, Jen. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for jumping on, sharing your story. Guys, make sure you follow Jen on Instagram, and her links are in the description below. And make sure you go out and go to Amazon, get her book as well. And most importantly, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for joining us. Thank you, Jen, first of all.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And if you are interested in learning more about the Superpower Mastermind 20-week group coaching program, there is a link in the description below where you can connect with one of our transformational coaches so you can learn more about if and how we could possibly help you. Or if you're listening on any other platform other than YouTube, if you're on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, you can simply send me a direct message on Instagram. Just write the word greatness. And myself or my team will get back to you. We'll know that you've watched the episode and you would like to learn more about the Superpower Mastermind. So just DM us the word greatness and we'll give you some more information. Until then, take care, keep going, don't give up on yourself, and we are here for you. We believe in you, and never give up on your dreams. We'll see you soon, guys. Thank you for joining me on this journey of self-discovery and growth. If you're ready to grow and reach your full potential and find inner peace, send me a DM that says, I want inner peace, and I'll send you the next steps. You can accomplish anything you set your mind to. When you change your mind, you change your whole life. So don't hesitate and send that DM over to me. Myself and my team can't wait to meet you and witness your transformation in full glory. See you next week.